Elon Musk did an interview with Stephen Miller's wife, Katie Miller, the Katie Miller podcast. You know, no one did the name podcast, The Luke Beasley Show, until I did it. No, not really. And so she's just doing her thing, and Elon was interviewed. I want to show you a couple clips because he messed up so badly. He failed so hard on Doge that now even when he's asked in interviews, would you do that again? What was the success of it? He essentially goes, it was a failure. Now, he won't say that because his ego won't let him, but he says everything except that to illustrate that point. As you watch this, please do, if you appreciate this show, click the subscribe button. That is a free mechanism that YouTube provides that boosts us algorithmically. So the good word, like much like Jesus, no, not really, that we're getting out can be reaching more people. But it's free is the cool part. So you should click that button below the videos and it helps a lot.
Two ways to think about it. One is if you could go back and start from scratch, like it's January 20th all again, would you go back and do it differently? And knowing what you know now, do you think there's ever a place to restart you, not saying others in your stead, you go back and restart doing Doge?
I mean, no, I don't think so. What I do, I think I probably, I don't know.
Would you do Doge again knowing what you know now?
I mean, the thing is, like, I think instead of doing Doge, I would have basically built, worked on my companies essentially. So, and the cars, they wouldn't have been burning the cars.
You gave up a lot to do Doge.
Yeah. Like if you.
What a victim too. I gave up a lot. It was so hard. What about all the people who died because you cut their food off? What all the people who are dying of diseases right now because we stopped investing in prevention and treatment programs? Was that a little bit harder than you having to hear a news story about a car? That's all it wasn't him. It was bad for people to do that. Not as bad as going after Waymos, but bad. But didn't it hurt you? Oh, your net worth went down a little bit before it shot back up. So it's bad to do property damage. I would say maybe he should have a little bit of sympathy. How about he has as much sympathy for children who are dying because of his gutting of USAID as he has for his cars? Maybe just equal? What are his cars again? I'm forgetting the name of them. Cole.
I love Tesla.
There we go.
If you stop money going going for political corruption, they will lash out big time. Mm-hmm. So they really want the money to keep flowing.
There's never been a less charismatic, more boring person to listen to in the history of human beings than Elon Musk. And that's remarkable because he does a lot of interesting stuff. That's the thing. He does a lot of interesting things. Just, I'm not ignoring that. I think Tesla was a really good thing. SpaceX, whatever. But he's so boring to listen to. But anyways, that's not even... So I think that's notable in that even he, who has the biggest ego, can't get himself to say, yeah, I'm really proud of what we did. And I would go do that in a heartbeat. We saved so much money. He can't say it because they failed. They damaged a bunch of people's lives and they didn't save money. How do you do both of those? I don't know. But then you have this. He gets asked, what would you do? A lot of times rich people are asked this question of like, explain to the layperson what you would do if you had to start over with just $1,000. You had $1,000 and you had to start over and build back better, as Biden put it. What would you do? Because I could teach us something about, oh, you're so smart. Like, how would you get back to this level of wealth if it really is a matter of just geniusness? And listen to his response.
Well, I did originally come to North America with like, I don't know, $2,500 Canadian. So I don't know, maybe $2,000 US. One bag of books and one bag of clothes in Montreal at age 17. So that is how I started out. At this point, I have a lot of knowledge. A lot of things would have to go wrong for that to be the case. It's like, am I just emerging from prison, perhaps? with a stipend. All my company's been confiscated. I mean, it would take Armageddon, which hopefully that doesn't happen. Like Ragnarok next level, and I lost.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's a bad hand.
I mean,
Can you not answer one question like a normal human being? One time. Do you not know what a hypothetical is? Hypothetically, not how would you have lost. She didn't ask you how would you have lost all your money to get to $1,000. She said, imagine if you only had $1,000. What would be the first thing you would do? What would you do? How would you build back? Answer it like a normal person. You're the person who you go, hey, how would you get out of a room with one window too high up to jump to in a smooth room with no doors? And they're like, well, I would get TNT and blow up the wall. It's like, no, there's no TNT in there. Well, you didn't specify that. Okay, well, then you're just annoying then. You know the question. Answer the question. Can you not answer anything like a normal person? Well, the whole world would have to explode for me to only have $1,000. If you only have $1,000 in your bank account, you are so poor. It's a simple hypo. All you have to say is, with my $1,000, I would get a nice outfit. I would go impress someone in a job interview. I would work hard at that job. I would raise up enough money in extra income. I would live in a really cheap place to save as much money as I can so that I could start a new business. And then I would be back on my way to an entrepreneurial success. Just say something boilerplate. It'd be like Ragnarok, but I would lose. Wow.
It's impossible for me for someone to have that amount of knowledge, all the knowledge that I have, and then be dropped down to a low resource amount. Because the reality is that either something truly catastrophic has happened, like civilization has melted.
No, do you know what a hypothetical is? Mr. Genius of all geniuses? A hypothetical. Hypothetically, you snap. Okay, let's say this. A witch casts a spell. Do they do that? And takes all your money. That's it. I don't need to hear how we got here. It's like when, this is going to be so funny to y'all. It's like when I would ask my parents, I would say, I know y'all aren't ever going to get divorced because you love each other. But imagine if you did, what then would we do with blank? Like, what would we do for the whole? And they would go, well, we're never going to. And I would say, no, I know. But imagine you did, how long would your rule be before you could get back out there? Well, we're never going to get divorced. No, I got that. But hypothetically, imagine if you would, that you did, who would stay in the house? Well, we would never get divorced. No, I get that. You're in love, a type of love that I'm never going to find for myself. I get it. It's kind of like that.
Or I will be able to ask people to just give me money, and with the promise that I will have a high return, which is what I'm able to do right now.
Yeah.
Like, if you give me $1, you will get back much more than $1.
Yes.
So it's somewhat of an impossible dichotomy, because civilization would have had to have been destroyed or something. In which case, $1,000 is not going to solve your problems. You can't do much with this. If you're wandering around radioactive craters, and you're in
Have you had a friend ever? A friend, one singular friend that you had normal human conversations with? Have you ever tried it before? So bizarre. Okay, so that's Elon.